Time is about 15:07. Today is 30 May 2022. I had 11 a.m. appointment with Koa after I asked, you are from Koa? And he said, yes, I am. I spoke about my complaint and after said, IND, police, and DT, and V, and like this, not related to me as a core. And you have, for example, problem with residency, say. Yes, I said, but I went to police about 2 weeks ago, Saturday, and when I wanted to collect a petition to my situation in danger absolutely with this abnormal. I never want to come back to, for example, absolutely with this abnormality, never want to come back to Iran at least. But for Belgium, you give me, for example, guarantee, and like this, police say go to COA and complain with them. I complained and makes three issues for as a panic, and absolutely I hinted also to Facebook and everything today also, and to police every day, every moment, every when I had issue with police many times, unfortunately. But that was issue, and the end of this, I described this situation, residency now, after he didn't answer, and I had to explain about gas and resident OB here, and makes, for example, a smoke cigar, and suddenly offense, and I said, what is your problem? For example, he said, you didn't say me you are Azari. What? I said, the first, you are human and you must do humanity. And after, I never ask of you, you never did it. I am Azari and like this, but the first is absolutely humanity. And etc. I had but he said, I will speak with obbs residents here, and I never care naturally, and as I described. And after, for example, I asked what will happen in Bruxelles, where is place, and only you said when you, tomorrow 13/1, you will be in Brussels at 11 o'clock a.m. I totally, absolutely worry about this abnormal as they can. He said, I don't know, and after many, some asking and to not to answer, he had to answer to say 13:30 come to Kwa Info Bali. I said, for example, that has issue also with the first, say, 2 p.m. go, and I said, what is your problem? I am here, and no, for example, they have, they will open at 13:30, and he, as a ridiculous, laughing and said, yes, 2 o'clock is finished, and you should at 13:30 go there. I went to 13.5 to the Kua info Bali again and ask nobody say to me, for example, what will happen in Bruxelles, where is place, and you will be on the what kind of situation you have, and like this. She didn't answer, and after many times I spoke, she didn't answer. I don't know many times, and hinted to go to DTNV. I said that is closed. I am tomorrow in Brussels transfer. What is your issue? But she didn't answer, and unfortunately, I was, for example, this issue, and after this appointment, I understood they have also issue with delusion of nothing, especially nothing of humanity instrument, obbs instrument, corona. And I never make something illegally. Yes, they said you have to come back to Belgium with corona test. I said no problem. But 11 o'clock I had issue suddenly to say me what is your complaint, and after I said what will happen on the place and no answer, and I don't forget what with this issue when absolutely at the same time to make this appointment abnormal as they can. I thought that is, for example, same situation. They will test, and they will take test, and delusion of nothing, especially nothing of humanity makes. But I respect her for absolutely with humanity. And after they didn't answer, and like this, and also I went, for example, 2 p.m. to the about 2 p.m. to reception, and also ask about, for example, this issue, what will happen in like this, and also for corona test, she didn't answer like us. Also, I again went to Info Bali and asked for example, corona test, and he was angry, and behind this refugee have issue refugees to make with Wi-Fi as well, usually in delusion of their nothing, especially nothing of humanity. And that was the issue, and he was angry in Info Bali and said, finish, no, you spoke so much with, for example, where is my place in Belgium, and like this, and he was totally angry and didn't answer, and I couldn't speak, and I left. And after I tried to contact for my situation, as I said yesterday, with make panic for example, tiny and sharply some senseless, especially behind the heart, front and back of your body. Has issue with heart, absolutely, front of heart and back. When I had absolutely so much experience in with Belgium, Switzerland, and here also, they did yesterday. I totally that has an issue with electrophysically to record your situation and to make a panic after if you, for example, with something stress, and to make this situation more with Wi-Fi active and make you in panic as a pain, and like this you have pressure and like this in your around the heart and like this. For example, I will come back to Belgium. As a result, I have to, is good to, for example, check up totally your body and like this. And I decided again, yesterday, I decided to go to make an appointment with doctor at least today, for example, to check up. I went, and after I went there, and absolutely I had issue with so much wasteless and some old woman, black and like this, to have issue, and also Azari woman, old, you know, and makes, for example, with Wi-Fi, and I had to record of something issue with my Sabine has had assistant issue, an assistant issue in Mechelen, Belgium, and I have, for example, number of her, and makes to, for example, with WhatsApp to send a message. I don't have other people, but I don't have other, for example, number, only this person to make a contact, and like this to describe so briefly my situation. And she didn't answer, only I understood has issue with to check like checklist, as a WhatsApp has issue, for example, somebody to see your message. I sent, for example, voice message to her, and after I played on this public, and totally this situation angry and makes anxiety, and left away, and woman, old woman, like that. After, for example, Azari woman, old woman, go to reception and says, where, what time will be, I can contact with the doctor and like this, and because some other old, not old black woman, not much old, but has issue, and inside of some situation with glasses unit, what hadn't before issue, but they made it, and thankful of Netherlands absolutely to save your record and voice and like this. But also you hear, unfortunately, not that is new about, for example, 3 weeks like this I didn't see before. In reception around the department A, Ter Apple. Apple Raven, like this address in Ter Apple Veren, like this 5, and I am in 6, department 6, and unit 612, and room is number 4. And after I left this situation, which is so ridiculous, and I was resting. I came to my room and make a, for example, rest, and suddenly about 20 or half hour ago, someone has issue from DTNV, a lady, to come and knock the door, and also other lady, old lady from Koa together, and some other man look at in a kitchen suddenly to come knock the door, and she hinted you didn't come to corona test. I said that is same time, and absolutely I don't have time to make, and I thought that is the same with a letter they gave from Koa, and you gave, and she said no, you are fault. I will also find this letter of Koa absolutely when I put something later like cartoon, so from DTNV, like before I also asked this is official paper of Great Netherlands. She said for reception, said yes, very official. I said okay, thank you, absolutely. And I had, I put, for example, three, like this, three paper and of DTNV on the Facebook and the media for abnormal, I'm sorry, for media. And that she said, you didn't it, and tomorrow you don't have other chance. You must taxi. After many times, taxi. So will come morning morning early to pick up you to the Belgium, But also she didn't say Bruxelles, and I didn't. And after where I will stay, and who is my support, she said only Belgium has supported you as, and abnormal this situation as they can, and also I don't have other option. I closed after I speak, and she said if you didn't eat, you police, and so legally I will do it. What is your angry? And that was totally today my story, and I'm waiting tomorrow to go to Bruxelles, and they said Bruxelles, I don't know, like Belgium, they said. Bruxelles, I think on the paper, I think is Bruxelles, she said. I am not sure, unfortunately, because as they abnormal as they can know, for example, with paper to hint this is place, you will be asked of, you will go there and make solution for your situation. And for example, I have I have this situation, thankful of Netherlands, not obbs, never. Thankful, absolutely, I am so thankful for this situation, but that is absolutely rationally is totally wrong, but also this wrong infinity grade to release of this obbs injustice situation, and never care naturally. God bless human.